It's me, Ronnie Rucker. Tonight we have Kelly Shibari on the show. Super stoked to have her on. Kelly, how are you doing?
I am well.
Well, thank you for being
It's
on.
late here
Well, why are you up so damn late? That's what I want to know.
because I am a night owl. I am not a morning person at all.
Awesome. Me too.
I'm a vampire.
Arr.
Arr.
Okay, let's just get right into it. I was told you're going to be on the show. We hooked it all up. I went right into research mode, or I had Mark the intern go into research mode, and he threw me these simple
And then
facts
he
that
threw
seem.
up.
No, he
Oh my
threw.
God,
Well, he
that's
throws up a lot.
horrible.
This guy throws up a lot. He's over there. He doesn't like to talk. He's over there looking at me funny. Okay,
Aw.
he came up with these questions that he found on on all the websites out there, and I thought I would throw them at you as true and false, and we can talk about them. Are you ready?
Okay.
Is
Yep.
it true that you went to college at age 16?
Yes.
Is it true that you have 3 degrees?
Yes.
Is it true that you're Asian?
Only half.
Is it true that your favorite food is Japanese food?
Of course.
Is it true that you can build a house?
I can renovate the inside of a house. I can't build a house from scratch.
Okay, we're going to put that as true, though.
Okay.
True or false, you have done pornography.
La la la. Yes, I have.
Okay, awesome. So the internet does not lie, apparently.
If it's on the internet, it is not a lie.
Good.
Well, that's not true. There's a lot out there about me that is kind of fake, but most of it's true. Most of the stuff that is like done with me as an interview is true.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
we talk about some of this? How is it that you went to school or college at 16?
My birthday's in September. It's completely logical. Has nothing to do with me actually being smart.
Okay,
My
explain this.
birthday's in okay.
First
My
thing I think
birthday's
is
in
Doogie
September.
Howser.
No. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm brighter than some, but I'm not like super, If I were a genius, it'd be weird because I do porno. But I my birthday's in September, so when I was a kid in first grade, like going from kindergarten to first grade, because I went to a school that was K through 12, the school administrators told my parents, okay, well, she has a choice. She could either be in the first grade and be the youngest in the class and be picked on because she's the youngest, or I mean, because she's the oldest, or she could be in the second grade and be the youngest in the class, and maybe that'll boost like her self-esteem as she's developing. And so my parents said, yeah, let's just put her up in second grade. So I skipped first grade. And so I was already like a year younger than everybody that way. And then when I hit 11th grade, I found out that I actually met all of my credits. And so the only thing that was left was like a phys ed and like an English credit for me to go to college. So my parents were like, okay, well, let's try to find a college that'll take you early. And so we found one. It's really that simple.
It does seem a lot, not as exciting
Yeah.
as what I went to school at
No,
16. Your degrees,
I know.
what did you get degrees in?
I have 2 degrees in business and 1 degree in theater.
You're half Asian. What's the other half?
Irish.
What is your favorite Japanese dish?
This is the Irish part.
Do you have Irish boobies?
I have Irish boobies and an Irish ass. Am I allowed to say ass?
Yes, you can. I should have added this. You can say whatever you want to say because this is late night.
Oh, fuck
There's
yeah.
fuck yeah. See, really quickly, every time someone uses a word that is deemed, explicit like that,
Obscene. Yeah.
everybody has to drink, and so that was a drink right there. Okay, that's hot.
Awesome.
That's hot.
Okay.
How is it that you can? What is your favorite Japanese food? Your Japanese dish.
I like all kinds. I like okonomiyaki,
Oh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
the pancake.
I love it with the
Hard to
cabbage.
find here.
With the
Yeah, with
cabbage.
the cabbage.
Oh, it's all
Yeah,
over
that's
here in Hawaii. It's
I
everywhere.
know. I
You just go
love
to the
Hawaii.
mall and get it served up to you. Oh,
I think Hawaiian food is like close second after Japanese for
nice,
me.
nice,
Spam musubi would make me happy.
nice. The people here in Hawaii are gonna love you even more for that one. You
Give
said
me some
that.
spam musubi, damn it, and some fruit punch. See, I actually have fruit punch, although it's
Wow,
from Jack in the Box, but
wow.
it's
Have you been to Hawaii before?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like
Yep.
for business or
Huh?
just for business or just vacation?
No, when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
I've been lately
So you can renovate because of your degree in your
in theater.
theater.
Everybody goes, "Oh, you have a degree in theater," and assume that I am an acting major, and I do Shakespeare and stuff. And
So
I'm
you
like,
did
no,
sets.
I do sex, but I built sets,
So okay.
yes, yeah.
And the
No,
porn.
I like set design and lighting design, that kind of stuff, stage management,
Okay. And the
like
porn is
responsible
self-explanatory.
stuff.
So and
The
the porn is
No, well, what
self-explanatory.
happened is the point is I'm a horny chick,
Really? Is that
and
why?
I like to.
Huh?
Are you ready?
Yes.
I like to fuck.
Drink, everybody.
Drink.
That's drink.
Everybody has to drink.
So are you were saying right now? I've watched a lot. I mean I've watched.
Hmm.
I didn't have I watched a
Oh,
lot of porn? Shit.
you've
No.
actually been meaning to interview
No.
me for months, but you've actually been distracted by porn.
I had to do research. I had to do research. It's part of the job. No, I've heard you say it wasn't about money. It wasn't really about sex. It was just circumstances led you into it. Are you saying today that it's really you just like to fuck and that's what made it easy?
Well, I've always had a high sex drive,
Uh huh.
so that helped. Getting into it, I was like, oh yeah, this sounds like fun. But yeah, the getting into it, the actual like logistics of getting into it was because there was no work in the film industry because there was a giant writer strike in LA where all the work in LA like completely dried up and all the work went overseas, like to New Zealand and Australia and Canada, and so and it became like all non-union stuff. So when that happened, there was no work for me and like, you know, 30,000 other people in LA. I just chose to go and take a sabbatical and go, hey, I'm going to do porn for a while
Nice.
rather than be bored and depressed because I'm not making any money.
Do you miss doing the sets and stuff like that?
I do from time to time, but I realize I probably don't have the body strength to do half that crap anymore.
Okay. Before we get into like the questions about porn,
Uh-huh.
I is what's the word I want to use here? Do you see yourself doing porn for a long time? Or are you trying to get
Um,
out of it? Are you
I,
still
s-
doing it?
I see myself in the business for a long time. Um, I may not be a performer for much longer. Uh, a lot of that's because there's just not a lot of work in the business as a whole. There's a lot of free porn out there. You guys out there
I'm
watching
going to
all
ask you
this
about that
free,
in a little bit. Uh-huh.
yeah, they're watching all this free porn, and the problem with that is then the companies don't make any money. If the companies don't make any money, then they don't have any money to pay the girls, and so a lot of the girls um, end up not working.
Okay. All right, let's get into some porn
So
questions.
yeah,
You're a big girl.
yeah,
You are labeled the BBW, correct?
I am.
Do you own that word, or
I am.
do you own BBW? Is that the word that you choose? I have a hard time with it, with
I'm a
choosing
chubby
the right.
chick.
Is that what you like? Just call me chubby. Was that a burp?
I'm a chubby chick.
Did you just burp?
It was.
Cute. Okay,
I
so you're a
did.
chubby chick. So from now on, I'm gonna say chubby movies because it's weird to me when I'll
Yeah.
tell you,
Well,
BBW to me
because
sounds
okay,
Bath
so
and Body Works is what I think. It's like I don't. That's how my brain works, and
that's
so when I
awesome.
see that
Well, the
shit,
thing,
I get whoa whoa.
um, so there's BBW, which is Big Beautiful Woman, but there's such a wide variety. It's like saying, oh, somebody's Latino, but you don't know if they're like Mexican or if they're like Guatemalan, with BBW, you've got everything from thick and chubby all the way to what's called SSBBW, which is supersize BBW, which are like the really big, like the Fijian and the Samoan girls, right? Like the
Uh,
big girls. And then there's girls like me that are, I'm a size like 16, 18. I'm a thick, healthy, chubby chick. I'm not a supersized girl. So, but we still all get lumped into the same category. So I'm good
so
either way.
chubby is it? I think that
Chubby's
word.
good.
What do you think about that word plumper? That word was weird to me. It's
I'm
good.
okay with.
Plumper's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. How about fat with ph? I think that's kind of
I'm
weird.
good
No.
with fat with an F.
Okay, good, good. That's
Yeah,
nice. I,
yeah.
I told this friend of mine one time that she was to ask. She's kind of a bigger girl, and she was talking about dudes, and I was like, well, dudes love fat girls, right? And I
Yeah.
felt for a second I was like, they do. Dudes really love that shit. And I thought when I said it, I felt for a second like, oh, I just like kind of like jabbed her a little bit. But I think the word fat should be something chicks should own and
I
be like
think
really
that it
stoked about.
I think it depends on the context of the
Hmm.
conversation. Like when a guy comes up to you and go, "Oh, hi, let me buy you a drink," and then like the first thing out of his mouth is, well, "I love fat chicks," or "I love chubby chicks," or "I love big girls," or whatever. Then it's like, "Wow, you like me just because of my body and not because you think I'm pretty." You know,
Hmm.
it's like coming up to you and saying, "Oh man, I love guys with mustaches." It could be anybody. It could be
Hmm.
like, any number of guys that you run into. It's the mustache that I'm into, which is
Yeah.
kind of lame,
Yeah.
So, um, I- it's one of those. Yeah, there are. I love the fact that so many guys are coming out of the fat closet and they're like, I love big girls.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's all the rage, right? How many movies have you done?
Probably about 100.
Is it hard to keep track of them all?
It's not necessarily hard to keep track. It's hard to keep track these days because you do scenes for DVD as well as internet. So I probably have done more like 200 scenes, but it's trying to figure out how many of them ended up on a DVD, how many of them ended up on the web, how many of them got ended up on the web and then turned into a DVD and then turned into like four other DVDs. Because there's a lot of
Mm.
companies that kind of recycle their scene. So um, I've probably done like close to 200 scenes, but I've probably been in about little less than 100 videos.
Do you have any control over that?
No,
That you just
unless
do
I
a
do my
scene?
own.
Oh, okay, so that's how you control your own. You have to do it yourself.
Yeah, unless I produce my own content. Yeah.
So when you go into do a movie, you're
hmm
basically saying whatever you're gonna get paid for that scene, and you walk out of there saying do with it what you will.
Yeah, basically, a company calls you and says, "We'd like to book you for a boy-girl scene or a solo scene or any number of other things. An anal scene, gangbang scene, blow bang scene, whatever. Um, and this is the rate." You go, "Okay," and you go, or your agent calls you. Although with plus size girls, we don't really have an agent. Um, so then you go off to set and you do your scene, you get paid, and then that's kind of it. Um, if you have a relationship with the company, then you might be able to get a little bit more information out of them, like what the line is. Because lots of DVD companies will have like, Asian chicks with big asses 1
Hmm.
through 12, and then they'll have Asian chicks with big boobs 1 through 8. And so if you know them and they're friendly with them, then they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, this one's for Asian girls with big boobs, number 7." And you're like, "Okay, then I know that I can concentrate on my boobs." But most of the time they don't tell you. And then it's kind of up to doing your own research and then having your fans tell you. So there's a lot of fans who come up to me on
Wow.
Twitter and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I just saw you in, Asian chicks with big boobs and asses." And I'm like, "Wow, I didn't know that was out there.
Yeah.
Let me look it up." And then I take, contact the company and go, "Hey, can I get some copies and I can sell some signed versions on my site?"
With that said, when
hmm
you know how you find out these titles basically later, a lot of these titles when it comes to like big chicks, chubby movies, are like they use
Not
words like
so
piggies and whales and
males.
and like heavy. They use like these words
Yeah.
that are really
Yeah.
in some ways derogatory. Is that like do you feel that way? Or are you okay with
When I
that?
when I first started out, a lot of it was ego. So, like my friend Rodney Moore does this whole line called
Hmm.
Whale Watchers, 1 through 26, and I'm in like 4 or 5 of them. And so when that first came out, because he didn't tell me that that was the title of his line, I was a little offended, but like only a little. Now that I've been in the business for 5 years, I've run into enough people on the business end of things. So I understand that a lot of times it's not because um, they want to be rude to you. It's because that's what guys are searching for when they go online. Like they go on Google and they're like fat chicks with big asses, or, you know, whale, whale babes or whatever,
Yeah, I get it. That
you
makes
know.
sense.
Um, Yeah, so now, especially now that a lot of porn is online, it's not like walking into a retail store and just picking something off the shelf. So you kind of almost have to
They're just
pick a
ads
title
then.
that is gonna, yeah, they're just keywords,
Wow, that's interesting.
you know.
Okay.
Well, like here, I have a plus size fetish site
Mhm.
that's called Padded Kink.
Mhm.
It's not derogatory towards the girls to call them padded,
Mhm.
but they are. But that's something that guys might type in, like chubby kink or something.
Cool.
So
I'm an older dude. I'm not gonna ask you how old you are. I'm an older dude. I'm 30.
I'm
Gonna be
39.
okay. I'm about to turn 38 years old. So hey,
I'm older.
you're
I'm
older
a
than me. Well,
I'm
we're
a
in the same.
cougar.
You're gonna turn 40 before me. Well, maybe we'll get a chance to
Yeah.
talk about that when that happens because I'm really fucking afraid of that shit. Because
Really?
I'm not
I
afraid, not afraid, but I have a feeling that it's just something that I'm gonna have to deal with mentally. I'm kind of cuckoo. Um,
I didn't like 20s, so I'm actually really looking forward to my 40s. But it
yeah.
might be a woman thing because women, when they hit their 40s, turn into cougars.
See,
So
and men just turn
yeah,
into
I'm
old
looking.
fat dudes. That's it. Old fat dudes with gray hair. I'm wearing this hat so
No,
you don't
but
see
see,
this shit.
there much like there are guys out there who are into chubby chicks, there are a lot of girls out there like me
Hmm.
who are into chubby dudes. So, it all works out.
Let's see. That's cool.
Like my dude is a chubby white dude, you know.
Nice. Okay,
Yep.
so I grew up watching. I've watched a lot of porn. I watched porn on VHS. A lot of motherfuckers out there ain't ever seen
Dude,
a VHS in their lives, right? And movies.
BH.
I know, right? So when I was younger, it was always like the pizza dude with, "Hey, did you order a pizza with extra sausage?"
Yeah.
Like really like corny ass shit. But it was like awesome and like I always felt like this is cinema. This is like a movie. It's not
Right.
just like with the internet now, it's just a clip of just like you don't it just
Yeah.
goes right into sex. It's already in there.
But there was like a storyline
But yeah, there's a
before.
full movie. It's like there's a title and it's a plot and all this crap with it. Nowadays, you kind of maybe they make them. I know they do, but
Hmm.
now it's just clips, right?
Right.
I. What do you think of that? Should they get back to that? And I want to talk to you about this Roseanne parody thing that I seen online. It kind of goes along with this. I don't know if it's out
Yeah.
or not, but I went to the
No,
website.
the Roseanne out's out. It's
Okay.
out.
So it's basically that. Like when I
Hmm.
saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is exactly what I know porno to
Yeah.
be."
Yeah.
Why is
Actually, the guy who played Dan in the Roseanne movie is my guy.
wow, that's you guys get to
We
like work
met on
together
set.
on that set?
We met on set. That
Oh,
we met on set that
wow,
day, and we've been dating ever since.
very cool. So, what do you think about that? Should porno get more into like that? Do you think that, or will it ever, or do you
Um,
like it the way it is? Like the way it is
I
that how
think that
porn
the
should be?
I think that the parody thing's kind of I think that the parody thing's kind of been played out.
Hmm.
You know,
But like the story stuff.
um, I think it was like fun. I love the story stuff. I mean, depending on the day, I'll fast forward through all the chatty stuff, but at the same time, I like the fact that it's there. You know. But I think it depends. I mean, there are days where I just want to grab my phone and just go on, a clip store and just get like a 3-minute clip. And then there's days where I just want to see the whole story, and make an afternoon of it.
Right on. When you're looking online, you do a Google search for Asian BBWs. There's a lot out there.
Hmm.
There's a lot. A lot of them tend to be
Hmm.
Filipinos, in my opinion. Like it just seems like there's a lot of
Yeah.
chunky, heavier set Filipinos out there that are doing
Yeah.
porn, or at least pictures, at least, right?
Hmm.
Why is it that when you think of chubby Asians in this industry, do people only think of one, and that's basically you?
It's because I'm the best.
Yeah. Is
Not
that
necessarily. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with being the best. It's a couple of things. I'm built a little bit different than most of the other Asian BBWs out there. I have big boobs and a big ass and like a smaller waist. So I have an hourglass shape, kind of, for a chubby chick. And most of the Asian BBWs out there kind of hold most of their weight in their stomach. They're just kind of like barrel shaped. So there's that. There's also I'm a Twitter whore, so I just spend a lot of time on social media. So I think just the fact that I'm out there more and I interact with fans more than the rest of the girls that are Asian plus size adult performers, just puts me in a place that is just more accessible. And so more people talk to me. And then so that kind of raises my popularity. The egotistical part of me would be like, that's because I'm awesome. But, you know,
You have your own website, right?
I have my own fan site and my own membership site.
So what does that mean?
I have, well, okay, so I have paddedkink.com, which is the plus size fetish site. That's a membership site. People sign up on it and they pay like a monthly fee. And then there's my fan site, which is kellyshibarixxx.com, which is where everybody could go to find all my DVDs. And they could buy my DVDs, which I sign. They can also see where I'm making appearances, and they can buy like my panties, and they can go to my clip store as well. And there's another site out there that is a membership site that is just me doing porn, but it's actually not my site. It's something that a company made for me, and then they own it. So as much as I don't mind people going to see the site because it's still porno, and I look pretty good in it, I don't make any money on it. So,
Makes sense. We sort of
yep.
touched on the free porn out there. I wanted to ask
Hmm.
you because you obviously you have to make money.
Yeah.
It's your job. Or it's something that you do sort of. And
It's what pays the bills.
there's all this free porn out there. Like really, you don't have to buy porn if you want to get it ever.
Yeah.
And
I know.
I've watched porn stores here in Hawaii just disappear. Like there's
Yeah.
like there
Well,
was
there's full on production companies here in LA that have disappeared. You know,
so
there
is
used
it
to probably be about 20 companies that did plus size porn. There's probably now like five.
is there is that common? Just common. Everybody hates the internet when it comes to your industry.
I think everybody hates piracy and everybody hates free porn, but it's not that they hate the internet.
Okay,
A lot of the DVD guys hate the internet.
right. Like
You
the
know,
stores hate it, right?
the stores hate the internet. Yeah. And a lot of the companies that only do DVDs and don't have a lot of like a big web presence, they don't like the internet. But um, I don't know. It's like it's like good and bad. Like there's a part of me that wishes that the internet wasn't around as far as porn's concerned, because then people would be forced to buy DVDs again, which would make it better for us when we did appearances. And the problem is like now that you're online, people can talk to you through your blog or through Twitter or like Facebook. Um, People don't come to like the conventions as in as big a crowd as they used to, because they're like, hey, if I could talk to her like every day or once or twice a week, I don't really need to see her in person and get my photo taken with her.
Hmm.
So,
Interesting. I've heard you say a whole
yeah,
lot that you're like stalker friendly, or it's very easy to get at you online.
yeah,
Like you're. I guess you tell
yeah,
everybody you're Kelly Shibari on everything. So if they wanted to find you, someone does.
yeah.
They just do that. They just type it in, and then
Hmm.
voila. I've had
And there
some.
I am.
Yeah, I've had
Yeah.
some problems with stalkers. I've been doing this for like 3 years, and in the
Hmm.
past 3 years, I've had three instances. I've had notes left on my house door. I've had pictures sent to me of me coming. I've had 10 pictures of me coming out of 10 different public bathrooms sent to me, and I've had like people, like scream at my name and not be around, and I think it might be the person that knows where I live, kind of thing, right? What is the
Well, it's your
craziest
fault that
stalker?
you're so damn hot.
Thank you. Thank you. No, I know. I'll tell you what. Every time I get anything like that, I praise the stalker. Because without
Yeah,
them,
right.
they're
It's like
like
thanks.
they're my gold, right? They're like, oh,
Yeah,
at least I've
I
affected somebody.
didn't get, yeah, I mean, I didn't get into porno until I was 34. So it's not my ego level is different. I'm so used to like not being the one who got all the attention. It's like now that when I do get attention, I'm like, hey, that's cool, thanks. I'm still really flattered when people say nice things to me. You know, I haven't let it get to my head because I've lived too long where I was told that I was fat and it being not a good thing. And now I'm told that I'm fat and it's a good thing. So,
Have you had
yeah.
any like weird stalker stuff happen to you?
Um, no. Only because what usually happens with fans is they'll see me at the supermarket, but because they talk to me on Twitter, they're almost super polite. And so they'll contact me later and go, "Hey, were you at the supermarket today? Because I think I saw you." And I was like, "Yeah, you should have come up and said hi." And they're like, "Well, you look busy, so we didn't want to bug you." So I
That's
get that a
cool.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I wish I had that kind of stuff.
I haven't gotten people screaming at me and leaving notes though.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
but that might be a Hawaii thing because, LA's really big and spread out and everybody drives everywhere, so you don't really walk around.
Yeah, that's
So,
probably the case. I have just a couple questions that are like my questions, like questions that I want to know about. Because I looked at there's these two Hispanic dudes that are in all the chubby videos, and one of the dude I'm saying Hispanic, and that might be a generalization, but one of the
mm.
dudes always wears his underwear, never takes it off. What is the story about never taking off the underwear guy? Do you know who I'm talking about?
I No, I
There's like
don't.
these two dudes. Like one guy's bald, one guy's kind of short and stocky, and he always leaves his shirt and his underwear on, and he pulls his junk out of the hole of the underwear, and he, bangs girls, like the big girls, and they always
Have I
like,
done a scene with that
yeah,
with him?
you have,
I have.
yeah, like
You have
everyone
to
has
find
lined
out
up.
what his name is.
Right, that's what I want to know. Is I want to know what his name is and what's the deal with the underwear. Like
Okay,
I
when
want
next time
to.
you find a scene, you have to send me that link,
Okay,
and then I'll yell at you because it's free porn, and then I'll tell you who the guy is.
okay. Okay, well there you have it. That's going to be interesting. I can't wait to find that out because that bugs the shit out of me because I don't know what the story is. Like whatever. It's interesting. What's he hiding? You
It's
know,
usually, yeah, usually it's, yeah, that
tattoo
is
or something.
it's
I don't know.
weird.
It's
It's
weird.
usually that they leave their shoes on or their socks.
The sock one is weird too. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's being mainly because like when they're shooting a film, like watching the guy take off his socks is like so boring. It actually takes a few extra minutes at the time. So they just kind of go skip right by it. It has nothing to do with like, oh, porn guys have to wear socks because they have athlete's foot
Ooh.
or anything weird. It's a times thing. It's just shorter if they leave it on.
Next question that's purely out of my brain. Um,
Mhm.
when I'm watching porno and the girl's foot is like completely black on the bottom, like dirty. Why is that? Are these sets like super dirty? Or are they like running around for
Yeah.
hours with their shoes off? It's like, and why does someone not tell them?
Uh,
Let's watch that really quick.
I have been on set and had them tell me, let's get a wet wipe and wipe down your feet. But a lot of it really depends on where you're shooting. Some of the houses are super clean and they're like maintained and people go in and they mop and they sweep all the time. And then there's some sets that you go to and you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
you know,
And my,
that's not cool.
it's weird. It bugs the shit out of me. It's like, why is someone not saying, okay, we need to clean that up first? Because
But
I would
but
be.
somewhere
I'd
out
be like,
there
that's
is
got to go.
but
Yeah.
somewhere out there is a foot fetishist that's like, oh,
The dirtier, the better.
dirty feet.
Oh.
Oh, dirty feet.
That's awesome. And my last question that has to do with porn, and it's totally out of my head,
Mhm.
is do you think people are fooled when they go to like one of the Asian chubby sites and the girls are Latina? Are people fooled by that?
I don't know why they do that. I know that they use a lot of Filipino girls to do Latina porn.
Right. But you see it
I
all the
didn't
time. It's
realize
like that
there were
girl is not
Latina
Asian.
girls.
She is Mexican.
Well, a lot of it is because um, all the Japanese chubby girls, I'm the only one that speaks English, and I'm the only one that
Hmm.
lives here in the States. All the Japanese chubby girls are in Japan, and the Japanese companies are hiring them. They're not coming out here because a lot of the companies don't have the money to fly them all the way from Japan and then pay them to do the scene. So if they want to make an Asian BBW porn site, it's either going to be all me or they have to use Latinos.
Okay, so it's strictly
It's a
they just have to
business
fill the
thing.
thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have this question, but you brought up these Japanese chicks in
Mhm.
Japan. Is that a threat
No.
to
In
the?
fact, I want to go over there and I want to do stuff over there.
Okay.
But
Okay, let's just move on. I wanted to talk about how the old Japanese guys. It always seems like it's some older Japanese guy with the big girls there, but we don't have to
yeah,
talk about that.
no, they're all creepy.
Creepy dudes, right?
Because
Like the.
it was because it's pervy.
Can I ask you more questions? This is good stuff right here.
This is yeah
The
yeah bring it.
Japanese porn,
Hmm.
like Japan, they totally like to like just ram things in girls' stuff first for a long time. And in
Yeah
America, there's none of that. Like the dude rarely has a dildo or some sort of stick or something, And they
yeah.
do that, they
Well,
don't
that's
do that.
because a lot of the American guys are already built big.
Okay, so this is
You
just
know.
compensating. It's like, oh, we need to spice this up
Yeah.
because nobody's gonna love this little thing.
Right.
Okay, I get it. That's cool.
It's not that they're all. It's not that male like Japanese male porn performers are always small because I mean there's some out there that aren't, but you just find bigger cocks in the States
No.
on a regular basis.
Okay,
So
that's good. Let's get into your
is
social
is
media
cock a
stuff.
bad word? Is cock a word that you would have to drink to?
Yes.
Sweet, I just said that like 5 times in a row.
Somebody, including me, is drunk right now. Okay.
Yes.
Let's get into some of your social media stuff. A lot of people see you walking down the street and they go, "Look, there's that social media girl." Right?
No, they
No,
don't
I
say
know.
that. Oh, there's that porn chick with the big tits.
Yeah, there's that social media girl. No, no, you are probably, and I'm just gonna say it. If you look at all the the people in the industry that have Twitter still, a lot of them just seem to be like bots out there. Like I don't know, you watch their Twitter feeds and it just seems like it's something else going on there, or they're just doing their own thing. It's like pictures, weird promotions. You you have a grip of followers, right? You do. You have a lot of them. And for someone in your industry, it seems to be a high level there.
It's the highest for a plus size performer. Um, but it's not necessarily the highest out of like all the performers. There's like a nice handful, like the superstar porn stars that have a lot more followers than I do.
But you're doing social media, right? Like you're pro social media. Like this is part
Yeah,
of
like
your vibe,
I
right?
coach people on how to do it.
So you have your own business, right? Doing this.
Hmm.
Like what is that business called?
The Prism Group. It's PR and then social media. So it's PRSM Group.
Right.
The
So
PRSM Group.
what exactly are you doing with this company?
What we do are these 3 month kind of coaching things where people come and go, "Hey, I'm not familiar with how to use social media properly," and that's not just Twitter and Facebook, but it includes like YouTube and it includes blogs and like all that kind of stuff, that kind of community outreach. And so what I do is I kind of handle their social media for them so they can look over my shoulder and see how I'm doing it for them for a couple of months, and then they bring in somebody that they want to have handle on their end, whether it's like an intern or an assistant or, the president's wife or whatever. And and then for the last month, I look over their shoulder and I go, okay, you should be doing this, not doing that. And then I kind of walk away so they can run with it on their own because it's their company. At the end of the day, because I'm not an employee of the company, I'm never, ever, ever going to know all the things that happen over there that they want to talk about. So it's easier for me to just kind of coach them. And then like 6 months down the line, if they want to come back to me and go, hey, am I doing it right? Can you take a look of, at what I'm doing? Then I can do that.
What are the most common mistakes people do when they're trying to utilize social media to their advantage?
Well, my market is specifically for the adult industry, so a lot of the problems are what like the porn chicks and the porn companies are doing. Um, and so like the most obvious one is posting nude photos.
That gets you banned or automatic, right? That kind of
Oh,
stuff.
well, not automatically, but if enough people complain. So, most 9 times out of 10, if somebody's complaining that their account got shut down,
Mm.
I go, well, were you posting naked photos? And they're like, yes, but everybody else doesn't. And I said, well, you got caught. They just haven't all gotten caught yet. So when I post nude photos on they're semi-nudes always.
Mm-hmm.
Nipples are covered up. I'm wearing a bikini. I'm being suggestive, but I'm not being blatantly naked because I don't know how many kids are out there.
Right.
So,
What I just got this. I just got Skype. I don't know if you heard about Skype. People can just chime in, and I just got one saying, "Hey, are you talking to Kelly right now?" Anyways,
really?
yeah, I just got one right now. Are you talking to Kelly right now?
Wow.
People are excited
Yes,
about
you
this.
are.
By the way, I am.
Really?
I think so. I know a lot of the inner circle, like the people that are like hardcore, like viewers, are
Uh-huh.
really excited about this, and I think this kind of stuff that we're talking about right now is big. Well,
Is that why the camera like stops like here on you and we don't see below the belt?
oh, I mean, I have shorts on. I mean, if that's what you're saying, this is just
But
how I do
you're
it.
excited.
Huh?
You're
No.
excited.
Oh no, 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 no. No, I'm excited to talk to you. I do not have an erection if that's what you're getting at. No,
Uh, but what am I doing with my hands down here?
that's for me to. That's me and the viewer to decide. That's the best part of it. It's what we make it. It's all in the brain. Okay, so what is okay? So you're doing this with porn in the porn industry for Twitter and the social media. These are the businesses that you're dealing with. What is it that they do that or commonly do wrong that most other people do wrong? Like it just in general, because they're people too.
In general,
Yeah.
uh, just posting, like posting, and not interacting. I think that's like the biggest problem that most people do, and that doesn't matter if it doesn't matter whether you're an adult or in mainstream. Like, a company that wants to sell widgets or a book or a t-shirt company, like they won't interact because they almost feel like they have to be asked permission.
Hmm.
But the thing about social media is you're supposed to jump in.
Right.
You're supposed to jump in on other people's conversations.
Right.
And so, like, the biggest rule with social media is almost like it's less about talking about what you do, and it's more about asking what you do. So it's like, hey, how is your day? And not talking about how my day is going. You know?
Right. I'm super. I like to consider myself a big Twitter user, and I have people ask me all the time because I have it for someone that does what I do. I shouldn't have as many followers as I have. I don't think so, and I don't
You
think
have a lot of
I
followers.
do. Right. And
Do.
for someone who does what I do, I shouldn't have that. I think a lot of people don't think that, and I get a lot of questions about that often. Like people will say, "How is it that you do that?" And every time I tell them three simple things. I tell them you have to respond to everybody.
Hmm.
Like when someone says, "Hey," to you, "Hey Ronnie, what are you up to?" You tell them what you're doing. You
Yep.
have to be honest, and you have to just be yourself. Like you
Yep.
can't be fake, and
Oh, here's a perfect example of that. When I first started out on Twitter, a friend of mine was, because I was still doing just performing, and a friend of mine said, "Hey, there's this new thing called Twitter. You should check it out. You might be able to advertise some of your porn." And I said, "Okay." So I went and I did like the same thing that most girls do on the first 6 months, which is, "Oh, I'm a porn star and I'm kind of like an airhead and I really like to have sex and that's all I like to do all the time and I've got big boobs. Have a nice day," and and you'll find that a lot of the new girls, they do that because they don't know how to use Twitter otherwise. And like after a couple of months of that, I was like, wow, that is really fucking boring. So and I had like a naked avatar and I got naked pictures of me on as the background. And so I got rid of all of that. And I started just talking about what I find interesting, which is like things in the news and like funny YouTube videos and just kind of interacting with people, just being myself. And my follower count changed.
Hmm.
And the kind of followers changed. Like people actually wanted to talk to me about stuff that wasn't always about porn. And
Yeah.
so now I have, a whole lot more followers. And a lot of the time, most of the people that I chat with on Twitter, like a few months after we start talking, they're like, "Oh my God, I had no idea you did porn."
That's cool.
Which is exactly what I want. That's what I want out of Twitter is it gives me a social outlet. And if people find out that I do porn, awesome. If they don't, then that's fine too.
I got a Facebook question for you. There's something about Facebook that bugs me that I just can't really
Hmm.
get in the groove with using that. And I know people are big on Facebook. Like it's probably here for a long
It's
time,
more
right?
popular. Yeah,
Right.
it's more popular than Twitter now.
What is the secret to getting people on Facebook to be like, like my official show? Like,
Right.
I've got all these followers on Twitter, but Facebook is tanking. And I just
Mm.
don't know how to act with I don't know how to act with Facebook. What would be your suggestion on Facebook?
Pictures.
Pictures.
Pictures is like the fastest, one of the fastest ways.
Pictures of
Um,
me or things
because
around here or just
pictures
pictures.
of you, pictures of things that you do, and then things that would elicit like a comment. So like a picture of your headset would be like it would accompany with, this is the headset I use, and then like all these like kind of audio heads would like jump in and go, well, that's a crappy headset, or oh my God, that's an awesome headset, and that's kind of what you're trying to get. But with Twitter, it's more about jumping in on a conversation, but with Facebook, it's more like, hey, look at this cool thing that I've got, and everybody's like, oh my God, that's awesome. Where'd you get that? And then that's how, and what happens is, say, for instance, you put a photo up of a widget and the widget's really cool. And like Joe Blow says, that's really cool. I like it. Where'd you buy it? When he posts that comment, it shows up on his page, not just on your page. And so all of his followers go, oh, what's he looking at?
Hmm.
You
I
know?
see. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm trying. Everybody tells me I have to like really push the Facebook, and I just am not good at it. Like I just
hmm
haven't been able to. I haven't been able to get it to go. But I'm gonna utilize this. Are you?
Facebook was slow going for me in the beginning, but it definitely picked up. There's like a hump. Once you cross over the hump, I mean, for me, it was a little bit different because there was a couple of things that I did in this past year that actually really bumped the fame level. I did a Ramstein music video, and I did a couple of other little like non-adult industry stuff, but as an adult industry person, like as a cameo. And so it kind of opened me up to a completely different audience.
Interesting. Are you a Google Plus user? I mean, I know you have one.
I have one.
How are you
I
doing with
don't
Google
really use
Plus?
it. I don't really use it.
Why is that?
Um, Mainly because I do use Twitter and Facebook pretty extensively. I have the Google Plus. I add anybody who wants to be added on it, but I found that it's not quite, I mean, it's so super integrated. It's like Twitter meets Facebook meets Tumblr,
Hmm.
that I'm not quite ready to abandon what I've already got,
I see.
you know? So,
That makes sense. I like the Google Plus. There's something
yeah,
about it that I feel like I can really get in the groove with that, and I like the way that you can circle people and put people in their places and stuff in their
I
boxes,
do
and
like that. I do like that a
it's
lot.
cool. But I understand where you're coming from.
hmm
So you have the site, people can go to it, or
hmm
I guess people in the adult industry can go to it and get and pay you to help them fix
hmm
their social media problems.
Yes.
You're the president of this. This is how you
I'm the sole owner.
how is it going? How is it going? Is it gangbusters? Like are you like
Well,
hand over fist money from this?
so when I first started the company, I said, I'm going to help girls. I'm going to help performers because they are all sucky on Twitter and they're all getting banned. And then I found that most of the girls don't have any money.
Hmm.
So then it was just like a public service. And I'm like, I can't pay my bills with a public service. So now I tend to do like maybe one or two companies at a time, but they're companies. And they're either like a novelty company or they're like a webcam company. A lot of them are startups. Um, with the companies that are a little bit more established, I tend to not really go in with like a 3 month plan. I tend to go in for like a weekend and go, okay, let me take a look at what you got, and then I'll make like a little plan of what you should do, you know. So
Cool.
more consulting type work.
Can we talk about your geekiness just a little bit?
Sure.
Okay. What headphones are you rocking right now? Because I know a lot of people that
These are
probably want.
Logitechs.
Do you know the number or the model number? Because that's gonna
No,
bonerize a bunch of people.
seriously, I don't know. I've had these for a while. They're comfy, and I have a thing about boom mics.
Hmm.
Um, it's I my brain. I'm nerdy,
Okay.
and I'm a dorky nerd. I'm not super tech geeky.
Hmm.
I'm not really much of a gamer.
Hmm.
Um, I'm one of those like stupid like hidden object game people as opposed to first person shooter.
Hmm.
So
You do know what a first-person shooter is. That's
I
fucking
do.
gotta be points.
So, and I don't play World of Warcraft or Skyrim or any of that.
Sorry,
So I mean
fellas.
I know that it's there, but I don't play those. But I'm kind of old school, so there's a part of me that's like, okay, there's a headset out there. I think who makes it? I was at a store the other day, and the um the company that I guess Jay-Z is involved with,
Hmm.
or Dr. Dre or whatever, but it's
Beat, Beats by Dre.
yeah, but no, this is I think this is the Jay-Z
Oh,
company.
okay.
It's different, but it's like a headset So you could listen to music, and it's a really good headset. It's like brown leather, and it's like totally pimped out. But in the promo, it says you can actually, it's got a little thing on here, and you can turn it, you can answer phone calls
Hmm.
and keep your phone in your pocket because it's Bluetooth.
Hmm.
I can't wrap my brain around where the microphone is on that thing, right? And so then to me it's like it totally makes sense why people are walking around on the street like screaming at the air. It makes sense to me. I was like, I would scream at the air too if I didn't know where the microphone was.
Hmm.
So I specifically look for a headset that makes me look like Janet Jackson.
Nice. What's your favorite gadget?
My vibrator.
Of course, right? Duh, duh, right?
My
Okay.
battery operated boyfriend, my BOB.
What is your favorite gadget that will make everybody like watch it? Oh no, that's the same answer. No.
Oh,
Like, what do you have on your desk here? Anything? Anything cool, like computer kind of stuff that we can
I
show somebody?
don't. I have a Mac.
What kind of
Um,
Macintosh do you have?
I have an iMac, like
Nice.
one of the big 24-inch desktop-y things.
You know what I want to know? What books are up there? I'm I'm
Oh,
I'm I'm
geez.
I'm hip on the readers. What
I have a lot of sex books.
is it like erotica sex or is it like just about sex?
No, like uh female ejaculation and the G-spot.
Is that a good one?
Yeah, I mean, I actually learned how to squirt.
Oh, so that book will teach you how to squirt? That
Yeah.
book right there? Ladies,
Um,
I think the fellas like that.
and
I think. I'm not too sure.
and like the hedonism handbook, which I bought at like at Urban Outfitters or something like that. It's more a lot of it is kind of like little books that I can because I don't really have a lot of time to sit and read like books for hours on end.
Hmm.
So it's the kind of stuff that I can read like a chapter here, a chapter there.
Are you a big TV watcher?
Hulu.
So everything's the internet? Is that with you? That's how I do it. I don't really
Yeah,
turn the
I
TV on.
got rid of my TV probably like 4 years ago.
Nice. I dig that. A lot of
So
people are doing that. Like I ask everybody that I talk to that, and I get a lot of the I still have it, but I try not to do it. But a lot of people are on that trip. I dig that. That's cool. Do you want to
yeah.
answer some questions that I get from Twitter? There's a few out there that I've gotten, and I
Okay.
like to ask these questions. I ask them generally the same questions because I think you get a really good sense of people when you answer from these answers. Bumper cars,
Yeah.
are they necessary?
Bumper cars?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because otherwise people would be crashing their own cars.
That's a good one. What is my favorite curse word is fuck. What is your favorite curse word?
Fucktard.
Or drink, everybody. What's your private life like?
Extremely boring.
Who is your favorite hip hop artist?
Sugar Hill Gang.
Are unicorns really cool?
Yes.
Have you? What's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Uh, Bailey's in my coffee.
Have you ever been so drunk you fell down?
No, but I've been so drunk that I blew a bunch of guys in the bathroom.
That's about the same thing, right? Oh, I fell. What happened? I fell down. Oh, I
I
sucked a
fell
bunch of guys
down.
off in the bathroom.
Things fell in my mouth.
Okay, and the last one. What do you like on your pizza?
Bacon, garlic, and pineapple.
Right on. You like pineapple all the time? Like that's what you do?
I love pineapple.
Yeah, I just I like pineapple. It's got to be sweet pineapple though. I had a mai tai
Yeah.
this afternoon.
Uh-huh.
I'm a bit of a lush, okay? And so at noon I was drinking mai tais in Waikiki today, and this
Uh,
I had a mai tai today, and the first one with a little peanut. They always put the pineapple on it. The pineapple was like nothing. It was just
Sour.
like it was really weird.
Oh, it's like watery.
Yeah, I was like, oh god. Okay, we do this thing called 20
Mhm.
words. At the end of every year, I put together a little collage of this for the
Mhm.
viewers. I ask the same words, the word association game. I ask the same words to everybody I talk to. Would you like to play this? You know how that works? I
You
give you
kind
a
of explained
word.
to me.
I give you a word. You give me the first word that comes to mind.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, same words. I give
Yeah.
it to everybody, so there's nothing to be afraid of. The first word is
Okay.
beets.
Beets, like music beets.
Yes.
Okay, because I don't know. It might be like the red beets, like in a salad.
It could be anything. This is word association, girl. Anything.
Okay,
Beets.
turnips.
S-
Turnips.
slippers.
Toes.
Toes.
Hmm.
Toes is the next word. That's it.
Oh, it is.
Mhm.
Foot fetish. That's two words though.
It's okay. Beer.
Hot dogs.
Maize.
Corn.
Inconsiderate.
Rude.
Dull.
Boring.
Sushi.
Amazing.
Clearance.
Throwaway.
Soup.
Diet.
Dirty.
Naughty.
Whisper.
Gossip.
Missed call.
Missed opportunity.
11.
12.
iPod.
iPad.
Nose.
Nose ring.
One way.
Uh, Stop sign.
Education.
Mandatory.
Ceramics.
Coffee mug.
The last word, Ronnie Rucker.
It's not just the word, it's the pose that you took afterwards.
Yeah,
You know, it's the hat. Is that a Kangol?
no, it's the knockoff one.
Okay, but it's
Knockoff
the hat.
Tango? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That was 20 words, see? I like the pose.
Yeah.
It's cinema for me. I like my favorite
Yeah.
part of this is to go Ronnie Rucker and go put you on the spot. Okay. Is there anything you want? Is there something that you're like promoting or anything right now? This show's going to be on this Saturday, so if it would have, if
Mhm.
you really want to get people to go to something, it's either going to be after Saturday. They won't see this till then, but is there anything
Right.
that you want to?
Well, I mean, I'm going to be in Las Vegas this next week for the annual AVN conference.
Hmm.
But I don't know if anybody from Hawaii are coming out. Um, I have a couple of DVDs that I produced that are coming out. One from Pata Kink, which is already available on my online store at kellyshibarixxx.com. And last summer, well, like last September, when the Japanese won the Women's World Cup, I did this huge thing where I was like, if the Japanese win the World Cup, I'm gonna blow everybody. And then the Japanese won. So I
Guess so. What you're about to say is you're going to start a journey to blow everybody on the planet.
no, we ended up shooting this movie last September where it was like 17 guys. It was like a big old blow bang. And then we did a couple other scenes after that. So I've put that together, and that movie will be coming out in a couple weeks, and that'll also be available on my store.
Nice. Is there anything that you want to
And
ask
I like
me?
things,
I'm sorry.
all things Hawaiian. So please send them to me.
Okay. And you can get at
Please
her
send me to Hawaii.
at Kelly Shibari on Twitter. Just tell her what you're
Yeah,
gonna
hit
send
me up
her.
at yeah. I have
Okay.
an Amazon wish list.
Oh really? Oh you do? That's cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty
I think
good.
most porn girls do.
Yeah. Did people
Yeah.
send you shit? Like is that like
Um, I got a few. See, I don't put super expensive stuff on my Amazon wish list because that's kind of pretentious and rude,
hmm
and just kind of needy. So I have things like candles,
hmm
and
is that for you?
yeah.
I had a she was from Canada and she was perfectly fine with being called a prostitute.
Hmm.
And on the show. And she's one of those cam girls, online or cammodels.com kind of thing. And she was telling me about all the different kind of kink that she sees throughout the day, and she
Hmm.
told me about money domination,
Yeah,
and
financial
yeah,
domination.
and like how she could just someone will come in and just put their credit card in, and she can go do the dishes, and that
Yep.
person will just sit there. Is that what that is? Like when someone buys something for you, is it sort of on that level, or is that another?
No, when somebody buys something for me, it's actually like a present.
Okay, so people do that, and that's just it's not some sort of kink. It's just
No, no, no.
them
It
being nice
really
to you.
is, hey, be nice to me and buy me a candle.
Wow, that's
I mean,
cool.
if you've seen enough of my free stuff
Hmm.
and you've jerked off to my free stuff
Better
and
buy
you
you a
haven't paid
goddamn
a cent,
candle, right?
then maybe you should buy me a candle. You know,
God,
it's the least you can do.
Mark,
You know?
candles.
Mark,
She wants candles.
candle.
What kind of the candles are on there? All he does is push go.
The candles are on there, or you could send me, some macadamia nuts. I don't know. I mean,
Okay,
I'm one of those people that obviously like presents don't go to pay my bills because it's
right.
not like I turn around and like sell the candles on the street
Uh
corner.
huh.
So it's if you want to send me a present, just send me a present. I mean, it could be a card, you know.
Okay,
It
Mark.
makes me feel appreciated for doing my work.
And we go and people if they want to send you stuff, they go where to your website, and there's going to be a PO box somewhere to send this stuff to.
Um, well, the Amazon wish list will have like you can actually address it, it addresses it for you.
Okay.
You can obviously always send me like fan mail through email
Hmm.
because I'm Kelly Shibari at Gmail.
Hmm.
Or you can send me stuff on Twitter. If you actually want to send me something, you can actually like email me and say, "Hey, I'd like to send you this. Where can I send it to?" And I can give you the address.
You will be getting an email from Mark because I think Mark has watched a lot of your porn over
I
the
want to
past
know
few.
what Mark looks like.
He doesn't. He's over. He will not. Here's the thing. I had
Can
another.
I see Mark's hand?
He won't do it. I swear to God,
See
Mark.
his toe?
No, he doesn't do it. We have
What a
been. I
slime.
had when I first started this. I had an intern. I had two, and it was intern one and intern two. I tried to keep them very, just you guys are the interns. This is how it's gonna work. The person, I have a partner, and he thought that that was how you handled it. They went on to bigger and better things. They went on to work for the Mark Craigslist find, right? Mark
Yeah.
tells me, I said, I'm gonna call you intern one, and he says, "Fuck you, I'm out of here." I said, "What? What? Why?" I was like, "This guy really has some skills," and he's like, "All I want to do is video, audio stuff. I don't want to be on the show. I don't want to be called intern one. I'm fine with Mark the intern, and he won't do it. Nobody has seen him yet. His hand has come in every once in a while, but he doesn't.
Mark,
He won't.
Mark,
He
can
won't.
I please see like your finger?
He won't do it.
Can you like stick your finger? Like it could be a middle finger, I don't care.
He won't. He's shaking his head.
Nothing.
No, he
It's
waves
lame.
picture. He's fucking lame.
Can you do like a stick figure drawing of what he looks like? Can you
Yeah,
give it to you?
yeah. No, I have one right here. I have one right here. It's a cat's butt. It's a cat butthole.
With balls. That's
Yeah,
a boy cat.
it's a boy cat. There you go. There's Mark the intern. No,
Ah.
I'll tell you what. I'll have it. I'll take a picture of him and I'll send it to you when he's
Okay.
not looking. Okay.
Okay. No,
You.
because I mean, if he's seen pictures of me and jerked off to me, then I should be able to do the same.
I agree. I'm perfectly. You know how many times people ask me, "Where's Mark? Where's Mark? Tell Mark to come on the
Yeah.
thing." He never does it. I think he. I think we have these arguments a lot. I think that our production here, he
Hmm.
fears that it's going to come back to haunt him later. You know what I mean? Like it's going to be the skeleton in the closet that he worked on this show. And that, like I really think that's what it is. Because intern one and intern two, well, intern two went on to work with TV here. He's blowing
Hmm.
up right now. This dude makes more money than me now. And,
Hmm.
which if he made $1, he makes more money than me. But, Mark, I think Mark is vying for stardom, and he
Bigger,
thinks
bigger
that
and better things.
he's thinking bigger and better, and he just gets to do crafty stuff with the video and stuff.
Oh,
He's a dickhead. Drink, everybody, drink.
dickhead.
Dickhead, 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 dickhead. Do you have any questions for me? If you say no, it's cool.
Have you interviewed any other porn stars?
No,
Wow.
I would love to. I would love to.
Okay.
Here's how one of the things about Twitter that I love is that you can get right into somebody's mind. Like you can get right
Mhm.
into them. Like you were talking. Like you can go right to the source. And I think that's probably how I came at you. I was
Mhm.
like, hey, I'd love to have you on the show, or send you an
Yeah.
email or
And I
whatever.
was like,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Wait,
And
wait. I said, fuck yeah.
you did say fuck yeah, and there was an exclamation point. And when I got it,
The dot.
I know when I got it, I was at the club, I was with the inner circle, and I was like, bam, like I was like exclamation point,
Well, no,
right?
you actually tweeted you're like nervous.
Oh, that was. I'll be completely honest. That wasn't for you. I wasn't nervous. I feel. Look, I'm. Honesty is the best policy, Kelly. Oh my god. Kelly, one of the things that I do. Oh, you know what? You were so hot. You were so hot. Like you know exactly the button to push because now I'm gonna cry. No,
Oh,
no, no,
don't
no,
cry.
no. I'm not gonna. No, I just like to be honest. That wasn't necessarily directed at you, but I
No,
thought
I figured it wasn't,
what I
but
thought was cool was that you kind of got kind of like cute with
hmm.
your like tweets. It was cute with the happy faces and stuff. No, I, I wasn't nervous. I was excited about this interview.
Yay.
This interview, I'm very excited about. I'll just be completely honest with you. There is this astrophysicist out there, Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know if you've seen him
Uh-huh.
before. Big
Uh-uh.
astro fucking physicist. He's like the smartest person in the world. And I'm
Okay.
like this close to scoring this dude on my show, and it's a big deal for. It's going to be a
Cool.
big one. You're a big one. You are a catch. Let me tell you. But that was the
I'm a
email that I was respond. Yeah, Irish big, Irish big.
Irish boobs.
But yeah, that's what that was all about. And that
Cool.
and it's so awesome that you fake cried there because it's a long running thing. Mark, see, I made her cry too.
You're making everybody cry.
Yeah, I
Is
make
that what you do?
only the people that I care about that I think are cool. I make cry. See,
Oh.
you're in the you're ranked, Mark.
We're simpatico.
Yeah, yeah. Right on.
Yep.
Oh, do you want to cut like a little bumper for my show? Like, hey, this is Kelly Shibari. You're watching Beneath Everything with Ronnie Rucker.
Yes.
Feel free.
You're gonna have to write that for me so I
Oh,
can read it. Because
oh,
otherwise I'll be like, duh.
Mark,
You
I told you
can
to write
type
this
it.
down.
You can type
Oh,
it into the Skypey
okay. Hold on. Okay.
if that's
I'm gonna.
okay.
You can elaborate. I'm just gonna give you the name of the show, and then you can say whatever. Usually, people just, hey, this is, so and so. You're
Hey, this is
watching.
Kelly
You can
Shibari.
do whatever you want to do. That right there, I'm sure
I
people will
can't be
love.
nudies though,
Why?
right?
No, you can do whatever you want. This is late night. That will not. I have. I have no issues with that. I've already done a whole show with my balls like it behind me. Like I'm not afraid of that stuff. Like that kind
You
of
just
stuff.
do a cat butt.
Right. Now that see tits, cat butt. I did the cat butt. Okay, hold on. Beneath Everything with Ronnie. Oh, am I spelling my name right? Yeah. Okay. So basically, most people just say, "Hey, this is Kelly Shibari. You're watching Beneath Everything with Ronnie Rucker." Some people, say stupid shit. They can say whatever. You can do whatever. Feel free.
Well, do they get to see you on the
No.
show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they do get
So
to see
so
you.
this interview right here, like the
Mhm.
interview, it'll be side by side. Like I'll be next to you, and it'll
Oh,
be like this,
wait. So I
like
could do like this.
yeah, but you want to go this way. See if
Oh,
I went like
oh, wait.
this,
Okay. Well, I'm on the other
yeah.
side.
See if I go like this, and then you go like that, we'll
I
look like
could
a
be on your
two-headed baby.
shoulder.
Oh, see, like this. Yeah. So
Yay.
it'll be like side by side kind of thing.
Okay. Awesome.
So feel free.
Hold on one second. All this like reflection-y stuff. Hi, I'm Kelly Shibari, and you are watching Beneath Everything with Ronnie Rucker.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Um, yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. You have anything else you want to touch on? It's late over there, yeah? I'm so sorry. Oh.
You said touch on.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
thank you very much, Kelly, and I hope you have
Thank
a
you.
good day tomorrow. It's already
Bye,
day today. Bye
Ronnie.
bye.
Bye, Mark.
Yeah,
Bye.
fuck you, Mark. Fuck you, Mark. Bye bye. All right,
Bye.
take it easy. Bye
Yep.
bye.